Okay, group, the last two challenge problems. Let's tackle these. So, number 7 here, it looks like there's a lot going on, but don't get intimidated by these. You just got to take things one step at a time. So we're going to start from the left and work our way over to the right. So here, this 1/2, even though it's a fraction, we can distribute that 1/2. If you need a calculator for these, okay, you can do that. I'll kind of show you how to put this in the calculator. Let me zoom out a little bit here. Okay. So, if I'm going to put this in my calculator, okay, I can press parenthesis 1 divided by 2. Okay, so that basically says 1/2, and then hit multiplication times 2, and it'll tell me 1. So, another way of thinking about this is 1/2 of 2. So if you're putting in a fraction, you can just use those parentheses. So we know that we got 1 there. So now I want you to think, without the calculator, if we want to do 1/2 of 6, 1/2 of 6 is 3. So that would be 3x. So it's kind of like just taking these and dividing by 2, if you want to think about it that way. Okay. Next, let's take this -4. We're going to distribute that. Okay, so -4 times x is -4x. Okay, now I'm going to show you on the calculator what -4 times 3/2 is. You get -6. Okay, and I'm going to quickly show you why this works. So if I do -4 times 3 over 2. Okay, well, this is technically like -4 over 1. So if we multiply across, -4 times 3 is -12. 1 times 2 is 2. -12 divided by 2 is -6, which is what we got here in the calculator. So that's the actual math behind that calculator work. All right, we have our equal sign. And then here, like I said before, back on question, I forget which one it was number 6. When we have a negative in front of parentheses, it's almost like distributing a -1. So it's just going to flip the signs there. And then don't forget about that +4. Okay, now we're going to combine like terms on the left-hand side. Okay, so 1 and -6 will be like terms, and -3x and -4x will be like terms. Let's go ahead and deal with these x's first. -3 minus 4 is -7x. 1 minus 6 is -5. And then over here, the only thing we need to combine is the 3 and the 4. So we'd have -x plus 7. We'll get all the x's on one side. I'm going to add 7x here so we can get some positives. So right here, this is the only thing I combined. And then I'm going to subtract my 7. All right, so you can think about what's 5 plus 7. Or you can think about it as -5 and then move 7 more. That would be -12. And then we'll get x all by itself. Divide that 6 out. -12 over 6 is -2. Last one, number 8. Okay, so on the left-hand side, we don't have any parentheses. There's nothing that we can combine, nothing going on there. But over here on the right, we need to go ahead and distribute this 1/3. So we're going to keep this left-hand side the same. 1/3 times x is just 1/3 x. And then 1/3 times 9, so I want you to think about it. 1/3 times 9 is like 9 over 1. 1 times 9 is 9. 3 times 1 is 3. 9 divided by 3 is just 3. Okay, now if you want to see that in the calculator, we would do 1/3 times 9 is 3. All right, so now we can combine. So we're going to go ahead and subtract 1/3 x here. All right, so in the calculator, this would look like 1 divided by 4 minus 1 divided by 3. I think that's correct. Yep. Okay, now, when this gives you a decimal, we can go here, press math, okay, and then enter, math, enter, enter, and it'll change it to a fraction for you. So math, enter, enter will change it to a fraction for you. So it's -1/12. We'll keep our +4, and we have 3 left there on the right-hand side. Okay, subtract 4. Okay, now this one, we would multiply by 12. We've got to get rid of that fraction. So we're left with -x equals -12. And then we want to get rid of that negative. So remember, negative in front is like having a -1. So we can divide that out. So we end up with a +12.